take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah. I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground then it go off, yeah. Hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch I touch down, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. Yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah. Run it, I can't take no loss, I don't even know what it costs, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah, I hit the ground then it go off, yeah, hit the ground then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my, been ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're hand and crypto, learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities will never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen, putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah. I can't take no loss, yeah, I don't even know what it costs, yeah. I hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, hit the ground, then it go off, yeah, yeah. Run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'm a jacket like Letterman, y'all better not let them in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain, the cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit, I'm a pit bull in this element, yeah, said you gon' pull up then settle it, yeah, I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here, watch I touch down, pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now, have to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket, yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits, yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins, yeah, I did all that.
Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. I am back in the building, and I told you guys earlier, I think this was Thursday when I did the live stream, that I was probably going to come back and do another live stream or whatever you have it, give you guys bonus content, because I definitely want to make sure that we're building community as it relates to the sport of boxing. And so so this is just me coming back. I got some time and I just wanted to connect with everybody and do the damn thing. So I want to start off by saying thank you to the folks that support the channel, Nadaj Vodka, Black Father Figures, and Rock Dog Interactive. Been supporting for a long time. Of course, Nadaj Vodka is the newest sponsor of this particular show and this channel, so we greatly appreciate them. Now, with that being said, I want to talk about something, guys, that happened here yesterday. Now, yesterday, I had a little bit of time. And who in the chat, for a matter of fact? I see 27 people in the building, but I don't see nobody. What's up, 2 Cents Boxing? What's going on with you? What's going on? Salute J Harris Too Real. Hey, man, if you in the building, let me know you in the building now. If you in the building, let me know you in the building. What's up, We the People 76? All right, so yesterday, you know, I've been more active on Twitter, right? I've become more active on Twitter. Before, I wasn't really on Twitter like that. I really didn't too much care anything about Twitter. But I decided that it's another avenue that we need to make sure that we are participating in, because there is a lot of things that end up occurring on Twitter. And so we need to have more of a presence on Twitter. And so over the last week, I've been a little bit more present on Twitter. And I really don't have that many followers. So I didn't really expect much from some of the things that I put out there, like just, you know, saying specific things to fighters, you have it or whatever, right? Because I don't have many people following me. And Terence Crawford put up a tweet. I'm going to see if I can actually share it, man. Let me see if I can actually share this. Because, man, dude, it was so much action yesterday. It's crazy. But luckily for all the folks who were on Twitter, I had time yesterday. I had a lot of time yesterday. And so I responded to a lot of folks that were on there talking a lot of stuff. And I wanted to bring it to you guys because I just thought it was interesting. Let me see. I can't find it right now. Where is it? Hold on. Let me see if I can just go to Terence Crawford. God, what did he say? Oh, yeah, he says, when they count you out, it feels so much better. That is what I put up. And let me see if I can share my screen real quick so you guys can see it as well. I think you can see my screen now. Can you guys see my screen? Actually, no, it's creating something different here. No, I can't share it right now. I have to do something different here. But anyway, at the end of the day, I said, he said, when they count you out, it feels so much better. I said, bruh, who counted you out? You were the favorite. And so, man, I was not expecting the response that I got. Salute, Brandon House, salute. I was pound for pound, salute. I did not expect. Oh, pound for pound, Omaha folk are here. What's up? What's up, Omaha? Omaha's in the building. I did not expect the level of response that I got from people on Twitter. I mean, people I've never chatted with before, people that I do not know, some of which follow us, some of that don't follow us. We're talking about, you guys did count them out. What are you talking about? We even had a person, I actually planned to share his video because this was one of the more interesting things that occurred was this gentleman actually created a where is that thing? Where is it? He created a video from our videos. Like, he's making content off of our content. And I thought that was extremely, extremely funny. Let's see, where can I grab this? Sorry, guys, I'm working as I'm doing this. And I'm going to create a Windows capture. There we go. And I am going to capture. Let's see. Yep, that's what I'm going to capture. All right, and then I'm going to switch this to Twitter. And then I'm going to, let's see, how do I bring you guys into this? Audio capture. I'll drop that in here. And I'm going to make this transition real quick. You guys tell me if you can see my screen. Can you guys Can you guys see my screen? Let me know real quick in the comment section. Can you see my screen? Slick Money, J Rock, can you see my screen? Can you guys hear me? All right, perfect. So you can see, and let me see if I can just make this a little bit bigger. So let's make it a little bit bigger. So you can see my response here to Terence Crawford. Bruh, who counted you out? You were the favorite. So let me share. Let me go back to my, and you can see all of my replies. And bruh, look at all the replies from the folks that I got. Oh my God, this was incredible. This was absolutely spectacular. And this is the gentleman, no, according to Boxing, is the gentleman that actually made content about our videos. So I'm actually going to play this and you guys tell me if you can hear it. And shout out to According to Boxing, because I actually thought this was hilarious what he did. Let me see if I can play this. How is a fighter that's supposed to be basic like Errol Spence has a better defense than you? I believe too much is made of his adjustments. He adjusts. It's like he saw something out of the orthodox stance. He collected the data. Oh, he was losing. He was losing. That's why I don't believe he is what they say he is. I lean towards Spence. And this is the reason why I lean towards Spence and the reason why I'm going to pick Spence. I am a firm believer that being skillful, fundamentally sound, doing things the right way in the ring. I'm not talking about outside of the ring. I'm not talking about how you train. I'm talking about the actual execution of punches, defense, movement, etc. That's what I'm talking about. So please don't come in the comment section talking about, Bud does everything right. I don't want to hear that. I have always been of that mindset that in and of itself always beats out the more dynamic fighter. I'm going to pick. I've always said that I thought it was going to be Errol Spence by late stoppage or decision. I'm going to go Spence late round stoppage. I'm also going to pick the 10th round. All right. So that was According to Boxing. And I thought that was absolutely hilarious. I thought that was one of the funniest things I've seen in quite some time. And I enjoyed it. I truly, truly, truly enjoyed it. Here's the thing. And this is why I shared it with you guys, because I have no qualms at all about somebody attacking my stance. Because as I told you guys on the last podcast, I have very strong opinions. And because my opinions are so strong, people are always going to attack me. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And I shared that, and I actually shared it with According to Boxing. This is hilarious. I think it's funny, but you're still creating a narrative. And there were so many people in the comment section responding to me saying that you guys are this, you don't know shit about boxing, you are that, you're this, you're the third, and whatever the case may be. And I actually had someone call me basically a slur as far as I'm concerned. But all very, very interesting stuff that these guys came at me with. Now, it's interesting because I've made the comment on several different occasions that you cannot simply take clips from a channel and create a narrative. And a lot of people, when they come to our channel, they don't listen. And listen, there's people that either they don't have the capacity to understand what we're saying because they don't understand nuanced arguments, or they do not care to understand what it is that we're saying because they want to paint a specific narrative, because they want to argue against that narrative. Now, and I want to do this first before I go any further. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, guys. I truly do not normally do this, but I'm going to do it today because I want you guys need the support AM Sports Media. So right now, if you in the comment section, you need to go and click on the Twitter and subscribe to or follow us on Twitter. You need to do that right now. If you support the channel, come follow us. I'm going to be more active on Twitter, period. But come follow us on Twitter. Now, pound for pound, woo, you were too wrong. So wrong. You should never mention Bud again. That's funny. Got cooked, AV voice. Random MX. Hey, listen, I love it. I love it because I've said this on multiple occasions. I'm uncookable. I cannot be cooked. And the reason why I cannot be cooked, because quite frankly, your comments or certain people's comments don't matter to me. So if you're somebody that come to our live streams, if you're somebody that support our channel, if you're somebody that actually are in the comment section and try to understand and try to come to our live streams and chop it up with us, you're somebody that I care about. If you're somebody that just goes to our channel to highlight specific things that you want to grab and try to make an argument with, because you know that our channel has become somewhat popular and we're an easy target, or you believe that we're an easy target, I don't really care what you got to say. And so I look at that for what it was. It's something hilarious. And that's the reason why I'm totally comfortable with sharing that on this platform. But here's the deal. All of that started from him saying that, from me responding to Terence Crawford saying that you were the favorite, and according to boxing responding saying that, what are you talking about? You counted him out too. And he used that video as an example to highlight that we counted him out. Now, number one, I am thrilled and flattered that someone took the time to chop up my video to actually, or our video, if you will, it really was focused at me. You guys notice that people don't really focus on Jason. They focus on me, which is fine. I was flattered that somebody took the time to actually take our content and make content out of our content. That means we're doing something right. That means that we're reaching a plateau of people, or we're reaching people that we weren't reaching a year ago. So I don't have any problem with that. But the problem that I do have is like painting false narratives, because anybody that's been on this channel, if you actually just take the time to listen or understand nuanced argument, say, hey, if you're somebody with an IQ that's less than 90, I get it. You don't understand what it is to argue a nuanced point. And I get that as well. But if you are an intelligent person, which most of the people are that follow this channel, I have to admit, they make some great arguments, even though I don't always agree with them. They are intelligent people. Then you understand a nuanced argument in the fact that we never counted Terence Crawford out. So here's what I did this morning. I actually said, okay, since you're doing that, I'm actually going to reply to your reply with my own chopped up video. And I'm going to share my screen again, guys. Let me know that you can see my screen, correct? Can you guys see my screen? Please give me a yes if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? All right. So I'm going to address what you just said, Yearn Quinn, through this video. I respond and I tag all these people that were tagging me. Now, mind you, I had already crushed a lot of these people to the point where they stopped responding to me. But I wanted to put the final nail in the coffin. I said, why tell the truth when a good narrative will do? After all, narratives are funny, or funnier, for those of you that are actually interested in the truth. It took me 5 minutes to pull this, and there are plenty other examples. Context is key. So I'm going to play this right quick for you guys so you can hear this as well. I got Spence winning that fight. But I totally understand where people are trying to come from with Bud. Bud is knocked out, I think, his last maybe 10 opponents. And he's been impressive. And then Bud has Bud's slick, he's fast, and he's a great counterpuncher. Roy Jones Jr. would align with Terence Crawford. And don't get me wrong, Terence Crawford has an excellent chance to win in this fight.
Exactly.
Spence really hasn't had any close fights. And I think the fight with he and Terence Crawford is probably going to be the closest fight he's had at welterweight. So let's
I agree with that.
But for people who are analytical and really just look at the game and look at the fight, we understand that, even with us, on our channel, man, we pick Spence, but we know that Crawford is a dog.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's a real deal. He's skilled. He's fast. He got good footwork. Spence is in there asking for 80-20. He would. I would consider him. He's ducking. Errol Spence. I think we both said that we believe Errol Spence is going to win this fight. But at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 fight. I've never pretended it's going to be anything but a 50-50 fight. So I don't see great fighter. Would never doubt it. But I just don't see him as being what people are saying he is now. I think people are describing him as a 10, and I see him more as an 8.5. This is the premier fight for both of these fighters. They have nowhere else to go. Neither Spence or Crawford. If the fight isn't made, it hurts Crawford's legacy. If the fight's not made, it hurts Spence's legacy. Regardless of who's the reason why. So even if Crawford is the reason why the fight isn't made, Spence needs this fight. This is a legacy fight. This is a fight that can put you in the Hall of Fame, becoming a unified welterweight champion over the number one pound-for-pound champion currently in the sport. So guys, and that's just me going back from the beginning. There are so many examples on this channel where we have given Terence Crawford his proper due. The reason why we focused and talked about Terence Crawford's resume, go back and look at that video and look at it in its totality. Go all the way to the end of that video and you'll hear us say, or the narrator say, that all of that doesn't even matter because they get the opportunity to prove it on July 29th. But my comments to his resume was pushback on Terence Crawford fans talking about his resume was so outstanding, because truly it is not. It is not. And everything that I said in those videos, I didn't say, it wasn't based on feelings. That's why you guys were so emotional about it. That's why you guys reacted in the way that you reacted, because I used sound logic and facts, numbers. Gamboa was a pound for pound. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I did the research. He wasn't. He's only been on the pound for pound list one time. He was only for 1 month and then he was taken off. So all these things are facts that I use to argue the resume logic from Terence Crawford fans. I never said that Terence Crawford was going to lose the fight because he had a poor resume. I never said that. And you can't find any place where I've said that. So he's using those video clips as an argument to say that I counted Terence Crawford out. Well, visibly seeing what you guys just saw from the videos, clearly, we never counted Terence Crawford out. Literally said he was a dog. And that's from videos from like a year ago. And if you look at videos, even our more current videos, you'll find us saying it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. You guys, some of you guys just simply don't listen. You don't listen. There's a saying out there, people that don't want to understand you, they never will, because they don't want to understand you. And what a lot of people do, and this is no shade at anybody specific, because there's a lot of people on our channel that support Terence Crawford, and they real Terence Crawford supporters, and they come in here and they jab us and we jab them back, and we have a good time when we come in here and we talk boxing in general, period, end of story. But there are a lot of people out here that are, in my opinion, they're sad, because it's clear to me that some of these dudes, this is their opportunity to be right. This is the opportunity to be right. I think a lot of these folks are not right at home. They're not right in their personal lives. They have not seen success in their personal lives. So their level of success is coming onto Twitter or YouTube and literally trying to batter people because of a prediction that they got right, who was really a favorite going into the fight, according to Las Vegas. And so they punch as hard as they can here behind a fake screen name or whatever, but not necessarily happy with what they got going on in their personal lives. And you can tell those folks. They come on, they cuss you out, they call you racial slurs. They go as hard as they possibly can on some of this stuff. It's not about a discussion. It's not about, bragging about your guy won. It's almost like they won. Terence Crawford was they win for their lives almost. And it's like, why go so hard? Just come in and talk about boxing and have a good time. Build community, talk about boxing. We got it wrong. We were wrong. We've said it multiple times. We were wrong, and I'm fine with that. Oh, man, Tunnel Vision in the building. What's going on with you, Tunnel? Let me go ahead and read what you said here, Tunnel. Crawford's win doesn't change what his resume is. It's still trash. He has one big win on his resume. He had a send-off in a parade after the fight for a reason. No parade for Ndongo undisputed. Exactly. That's my point. I will never take back what I said about his resume because it's all based off facts. But I never use this resume as an argument for why he would lose and why Errol would win. Never. And if as you guys can imagine, once I put the truth out there on Twitter, how many responses do you think I got? Tagging all the people that were tagging me, saying that I got cooked. When I put the truth out there that his argument was fake, it's a false narrative. How many responses you think I got? None. Nobody responded. Because people don't care about truth. People that want to put stuff out there and create narratives, man, to make themselves feel good inside, to either promote their platform or to try to belittle somebody else's platform. They don't want the truth. They don't care about the truth. That doesn't matter. Anton Richardson, 100% correct on this. I appreciate you. Facts are facts, guys. Facts are facts. So if you want to come into our channel and say, Greg, you got it wrong. You don't know anything about boxing, which I'm going to address here very soon as well. You don't know anything about boxing. You got it so wrong. If you want to take more of our clips and make clips and post them on your website, your Twitter, your social media account, by all means, go do it. I will share it on our channel. You can't cook me. I'm uncookable. I can't be cooked. You can only be cooked when you give. The only time someone has power over you is when you give them power. You can't cook me because I don't care about what you say. I don't care. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. You can like it or you don't like it, but I'm still going to say what I want to say. And it is what it is. And if you feel the need to come in and debate me on it, come debate me. Man, Tunnel Vision don't even agree with everything I say. There's a lot. T Ward don't agree with everything I say. There's a lot of people who are good. I would call them friends of the show that don't agree with everything we say, but we come in, we chop it up because that's what the sport is about. And nobody can tell me that we haven't helped to elevate the sport over the last, I don't know. We've been doing this 18 months now. Oh, this is the other comment somebody said. Somebody came on Twitter and said, you guys have been belittling Terence Crawford for years, putting out fake narratives for years. I'm like, bruh, we only been around for 18 months. What are you talking about for years? And people just now heard about us at the beginning of 2023. How have we been around for years? Like, dudes will make up any excuse. They will make up any narrative to be right. They do not care. They do not do their research. Brothers do not be doing research like they should. They simply don't. I had another guy reach out to me earlier today and he called me, he said, Greg, you're a casual. You're a casual. You're a casual. Let me tell you what that means. Boxing over the last 3 decades has become a niche sport. That's what it is today. And the people that love the sport, because now most people have gravitated towards other sport, they refer to people that are not embedded into the sport like some of us are as casuals. You're a casual. As that is an insult. You moron. You need casuals. Your favorite fighter wish he had casual people that are watching him. That's how he gets paid. You know, boxing is the only sport where these morons are going around calling people casuals. You think people that are embedded, really understand all the nuances of the NFL are calling the other people who sit on their couch every Sunday with a beer in their hand and some wings on their table watching the NFL as casuals? You need those people. And you do not have to be someone who is embedded in the sport and know every nuance of the sport. Oh, man, you a casual. You don't know that they just ran a eye power sweep or whatever play it is. What are you talking about? You need casuals to support the sport. So stop with the whole casual as a derogatory term, as though you're an expert wearing that as a badge of honor. You ain't no damn expert. Most of you cats have never even been in the ring before. You just talk. You're just a talker. That's all you are, a talker. And you got guys that are on Twitter that are so disrespectful. They want to disrespect this person. They want to disrespect that person. Why are you being disrespectful? Because you know some of you cats ain't nothing but like 5'5" and 115 pounds. But you got a whole lot of power with those Twitter fingers. A lot of you cats, I know, if you saw me on the street, there's no way you would refer to me in a derogatory way. You wouldn't call me. I saw some guy that called me a meat eater. You think I'd let you get away on the street calling me a meat eater? I would put my fist through your face. That's what would happen. Well, probably not now because I've gotten older, so I probably would just walk away because I got other things to do. But still, the point is, at 15 years ago, if you saw me on the street and you tried that, again, I'm gonna tell people I'm 6'2", 215. I ain't no small guy. So you're not gonna just step to me and disrespect me and think you'll be able to get away with it. So you guys some of you guys on Twitter, you guys just need to come and talk about the sport, man. Don't take it personal. It's not personal. Tunnel Vision diehard fans only get you 700,000 pay-per-view buys, having casuals as well as it gets you 1.4. It gets you the 3 million like Floyd. Facts. Jason, do you really want some of this, Jason Williams? Do you really want some of this? I'm telling you, bro, this ain't no easy win, cuz. I'm telling you, this ain't no easy win. Jay Will. But yeah, man, there's just a lot of people that are always around here talking, man, talking. So here's what I'm about to do again. I'm gonna pause here for a second. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to do this. I need you guys to follow me on Twitter, man. I need you to hit the like button right now, and I really need y'all to follow me on Twitter. I wanna grow my presence on Twitter. I wanna be a voice for certain people on Twitter. I want to start killing this casual fans and you are casual narrative, because that's not an insult. If you are casual, wear it as a badge of honor, because being a casual is what is going to keep the sport going. So wear that casual as a badge of honor. Yeah, I'm a casual. And what? I'm paying your favorite fighter bill because you ain't, with you and your fire stick. So I'm about to put this in the, man, make sure you go and follow me on Twitter, man. Make sure you go right now. Click on that link and come follow me. NHA2, $2, 2018. Bustradamus predicted aerosexual's reaction. Hey, NHA2, you the type of Bud fan that I like. Because I like when we come in here and we can poke at each other. Mark Jermell, salute, man, salute. I like when we can come in here and poke at each other, man. I have a good time poking at each other, man. That is fun. That is a good time. And I'll probably open up the phone lines, man, here, because I wanted to just jump on here and make sure that I gave y'all guys some additional content and just some additional perspective. But man, again, do not let these Terence Crawford so-called fans, because these aren't real Terence Crawford fans. These are Terence Crawford trolls. These are men that, honestly, when they're coming so hard at you to the point where they're trying to run you off, that is somebody that, man, really is not happy inside. They are not happy with what's going on with them. There's no way that you getting a fight correct where you pick the favorite should bring you this level of jubilation. When you're this excited, when you are still talking about this in this manner and trying to down people who picked Errol Spence to win the fight to the point where you are willing to call them names, when you are at that level, something is wrong at home, bruh. Bruh, you need to step back and take a look at what's going on in your life, bruh. Go look in the mirror. Something's not right. There's something there that you're not feeling comfortable with. There's something that you're not happy with. And so you come on Twitter or YouTube and you start to punch the people that basically these people that are not really human to you because they're on the internet. And that's how you get your rocks off, man. And that ain't cool, bruh. That ain't cool. Roland Curtis, it was just one fight. However, it was the fight of our generation. So everything that was said, correct, incorrect, will be magnified and highlighted. Hey, Roland Curtis, that's a fair point, and I don't have a problem with that at all. Highlighting that we were wrong does not bother me at all. I have no qualms about that whatsoever. Here's what I do have qualms about. When you create a situation and you say that we're saying stuff that we never said, that's where I have a problem. Don't say I said something that I didn't say. I didn't say that. If I said it, I said it. I'll tell you I said it. I didn't say it. Juice Lee, Greg, get your mods. They tripping and salty. Why get blocked? Hey guys, no blocking. Don't block anybody. I don't want anybody blocked. If they saying something, if it's not racial or homophobic or anything like that, they shouldn't get blocked, man. Don't block them. But yeah, outside of that, it is what it is, man. If things are going to get magnified, I have no problems with somebody saying that we were wrong. I have no problem. That's why I came and shared according to what's his name? According to boxing. That's why I came and shared his video, because I thought it was funny. This is a funny video. I can appreciate somebody that's making fun at me, and I don't look at myself as somebody that's so important and that I have such a stature that I can't be challenged and that I can't be wrong. That ain't me. That's not how I look at stuff. So you can come on and you can challenge me. I don't have a problem with that. You can challenge Jason. He doesn't have a problem with that. We don't pretend to be experts at boxing, because for the record, none of us who watch the sport, even the guys that like to refer to other folks as casuals, you ain't no expert. You just a dude that watched boxing like us. Maybe you've been in the ring a couple of times. So have I. But it doesn't make you an expert. So I'm okay with somebody challenging us on our position on something. If you want to argue that, Greg, you guys had it so wrong, none of you know what you're talking about, and here's why, I have no problem with that either. But man, base it off of something I said. Don't make it be something that I didn't say. So with that being said, let's see who else. Let me just get to the comments real quick. I'm gonna see what's going on there, and I'm probably gonna open up the phone line. Let's see, dude being weird. Let's see, NHA, LOL, you buzz, blow up, gap mouth, open everything. Yeah. Hey, no, Anton. Even if they talking trash, let them talk trash, man. That's fine. I don't care about them talking trash. It is what it is. Let them. It's only a narrative if it isn't true. Time and time again, we've been using Crawford's words against him. Not our fault, but contradicts himself. Yeah, that's facts. Crawford contradicts himself a lot. And I just use his words against him, and a lot of people were upset about that. Mark, I said his casual fans. You might be talking about something that was happening in the chat. Is it possible Spence can win next? I believe it. It's only possible if he cleans up some of the man. Spence, over Spence's last couple of fights, he's picked up some bad habits that he has to improve. He's got to moving up in weight, I think, is going to help him, but that was not the whole story. That wasn't the whole story. Some of that had to do with Crawford and Spence's, let's call them, deficiencies in that fight that Ugas didn't capitalize on, but Crawford did. Let's see. Is it a trilogy? I hope it's a trilogy. We'll see if it's a trilogy. Let's see what else we got. SMG Digital. We like AM Sports Media, even though I'm a Crawford. I appreciate you, SMD Digital. And I hope you appreciate us because you can understand the nuanced arguments that we make. But not only that, you've heard, you've been a part of the channel, you've seen our videos, and you understand the complete picture of some of the arguments that we've made over the last 18 months. Although some people believe for whatever reason, we've been around for a decade, according to some folks, but it is what it is. Let me do this. Let me see if I can get this phone line up and going. Let's see if the kid can do that. I gotta hear from the people now, man. I gotta hear from the people. But I told y'all I was coming back before Sunday. And these folks just gave me a good reason to come back. Because I wanted to discuss this. Because, of course, it's very funny. Let me get logged in here to the phone line. Hey, guys, while I'm logging into the phone line, go follow me on Twitter, man. If you got a Twitter account, go follow me on Twitter, man. I need you guys' support, man. I need you guys to be there when I'm battling these folks. Although I was very successful yesterday in basically shutting down pretty much everybody that came into my comment section. But still, I want to see you guys there to support. Man, do not let these guys run y'all off, man. That's what these guys want. These guys want to silence you. If you supported Errol Spence, these trolls are trying to silence you. Do not allow these trolls to silence you. They will never silence me. I will never let anybody silence me because I always think I'm right. And I'm going to say whatever it is that I have to say. It may not be right, but I'm going to say what I got to say. And I didn't get to where I am today by being coy and believing that I shouldn't say something or I should be intimidated by somebody who, is trying to run me off. I'm not allowing that. Anton Richardson acting like a tyrant with the wrench. Anton, let him talk, bro. Let him talk. Don't shut down anybody's stuff. Unless they saying something homophobic or racial, I don't want them shut down. Anton, no. Anton, chill out, man. Chill out, bro. Don't. Let them talk. Let them talk. That's what we're here for. Let them talk. Yeah, hold the line. Don't run off. Don't run off from nobody. I got the phone lines open, bro. If anybody want to call in, let me know. Do not let these, Greg, snatch the wrench back. You begging him to chill. Yeah, Anton, man, don't chill out, bro. Don't. Who called you? Don't call people names, guys. I didn't see that, Anton. Don't call people names. Don't call people names. Don't call people all that stuff, man. Let's have adult conversation, guys. Let's have adult conversations. But yeah, man, on the real, man, it's like I said, AM Sports Media ain't going nowhere. According to boxing, and I gave him salute. I actually sent him a message on Twitter the same day I saw it. I looked at that thing 4 times that morning and laughed hard as can be every time I watched that. I laughed hard. That was one of the funniest things I've seen. I first thought to myself, okay, the first thing I did was laugh. That was the first thing and say, that's so funny. The second thing I did was say, okay, that's a poor argument because in the video, it's clear that I'm giving Terence Crawford a chance, but I don't know why you used that clip. And then I felt flattered that somebody would take the time to chop up our video. I felt flattered by that because that means our voice is out there. And like I said before, I'm okay with somebody taking my voice. If you want to attack me and my views on everything, by all means, do so. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Jason, a big boy, he could take it. But the thing about Jason is a little bit more reserved. Hey man, appreciate you for dropping that in there, T Ward. Yeah, man, follow me on Twitter, man. Follow me on Twitter. Like, come on, guys. I need if you have a Twitter account, I expect to see you following me in the next 10 minutes. And by the way, we got 87 people in the building, only 41 likes. Man, smash that like button. Jason Williams, are you following me on Twitter? You need to go follow me on Twitter, bruh. I just pinned T Ward's message at the top. You can see it. Follow me on Twitter, bruh. Edward Torres, here he come in here with the jokes. Random MS. Greg, you acting like a female. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, basically follow me on Twitter, man. Need your support there. But at the end of the day, do not let these dudes silence you, man. Just like this moron, Random MX. Do not let these dudes silence you. Don't. Cause morons like this, when you can speak and talk in an intelligent way, then you don't have to call somebody a name or say that they're acting like anything. Because clearly I'm not. What I'm doing is actually proving what someone said, created a narrative that was false. I proved it wrong. But I enjoyed the content that he created. So it is what it is. What else we got in here? Edward Torres, you are ignored because you don't really say anything but troll. Keep doing you, Greg. If you got haters, you doing something right. Facts. Facts. Let me see what John Mack said. Athletic Mind got you guys in his video as well. I don't know who Athletic Mind is. I don't know him. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Jason Williams, what excuses? Okay. Skipping Edward Torres again. Mark Drilla, Greg, you let your Mars start kicking these trolls out, acting like freaking children in here. Who's acting? Who's wilding out? Oh, okay. I thought it was according to Boxing that did the video. I don't know who did the video, man. To be quite honest with you, I don't know. Whoever did a brilliant job with it. That's one thing I will say. I thought that was amazingly funny. What's going on, man? You on with Greg? What's going on with you?
What's going on, Greg? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. I was here watching your show, man. I'll say that's some good work, man. Love the sport of boxing, man. Love the show as well.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Were you still live?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Yeah, you live with me.
Oh, good. Because I mean, again, I've been on your show before, and I missed y'all last Sunday, so I'm gonna try to make up for it, today.
Yeah.
As I talk about that the fight with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and
yep.
I was going for Errol Spence.
Yeah.
And I just feel there's a lot of things people overlook. And if I can give them, whether they're Terence fans or Errol fans, if I can give some of the boxing fans examples, Terence did his homework. Ain't no hate, ain't taking away nothing from him. He did his homework, and you can tell too because he stayed southpaw the entire fight. And it's like, when's the last time we saw him do that? And then you can tell he did. Yeah, I mean, you can tell he did his homework, and there's no takeaway for that. Just like another example of that is when Douglas did his homework on Tyson. Tyson had homework on Douglas, but Douglas did his homework on Tyson, so you can't take that away. That's what you're supposed to do. And that's speaking as an amateur fighter. Well, I used to be an amateur fighter at the age of 28. So
I like that.
Congrats to him on that. And also, but the part that I'm going to tell all y'all Buddy fans that's making people suspicious is the fact that he has not taken testing yet. Mm-hmm. That's what's making people suspicious. So if you're going to sit there and question, okay, Antonio Margachito's win over Cotto, oh, okay, but you didn't show your hand right, you didn't give up the gloves, you didn't do anything you're supposed to do in a fight that big, even though this fight was a lot bigger than Cotto Margarito, but it was because it was so undisputed. It's like when you don't do stuff like that in a big fight, that's why it's a lot of Errol fans defending that. This is with integrity for the sport of boxing. This ain't taking sides.
Right.
This is about lives, what we're talking about in the sport of boxing. Just like, in baseball, basketball, everywhere else, they take testing on certain occasions. Yep. And so all I was saying was, I mean, I don't feel Earl was 100% of himself going in. And as a boxer, I could tell that because I've been drained for a fight before too, where I see openings, I can't get to them as fast. And that was an amateur fighter. I had to lose. I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks one time. And that was my second to last fight. So losing weight can drain you. And if the sports fans, want to see what I'm talking about, they can go look at Chad Dawson versus Andre Ward. Andre Ward's not a puncher, but he was dropping like crazy.
Yeah,
look at De La Hoya versus.
That was a huge mistake by Dawson too. That was a huge mistake by Dawson coming from 75 and moving down to 168 to fight Ward. Bad decision.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. And I mean, he did it because, I mean, I don't blame him too much because he was trying to prove I'm the best pound for pound out there. So he was going after competition. So I mean, he beat Tarver, he beat Johnson. I think he had only beaten Hopkins. I wasn't sure by that time, but he was going after the best. So I ain't mad at him for that. But yeah, that was, I believe it's after the age of 30. This is just my guess from speaking from experience. After the age of 30, I don't believe your metabolism. I don't believe you can carry your weight as well. And I don't believe you can lose any more than 10 pounds, 10 to 15 pounds without it having an effect on you. I mean, It happened with De La Hoya. It happened with even Riddick Bowe versus Goliath, even though he lost, 20-some pounds. I mean, it happened to, who else it happened to? I mean, it happened to Errol. It's happened to a lot of fighters, man, where they lose too much weight. And so, but again, that's the business. That's the business Errol chose. That's not Terence's fault one bit. That's the business Errol chose. And the other part where a lot of Errol fans are like asking all these questions is because look at Bob Arum's resume of how many fighters he has drained for his fighters to make history. I mean, look at all the Pacquiao, his Mexican fighters, they had to deteriorate themselves for Pacquiao to make history. And then look at that. That's a Bob Arum. Go back and look at his resume, and that's something I think Terence stole from him and continue to run with, because when he saw Errol was on fire with Ugas, and while Errol was still in training and on fire, he was like, nope, let me put the fire out. I'm gonna let it dim itself out and go ahead and fight David. And then that's when he fought David, that's when Errol started drinking and going back to his normal life because dude, I'm trying to fight, dude. But you found, and at the same time, a lot of the boxing fans are putting the pieces of the puzzle together. We believe that that's when Terence was on, what's his name? Was on, what's that doctor's name he's working with?
Who you talking about? Crawford?
No, Victor Conte. Yeah, Victor Conte. Yeah. That's when we believe Victor Conte was working with Terence and getting him on whatever medication he was on, and saying, okay, well, we don't know if it's going to work. It's too early to see if it's going to work. We need to, postpone with Errol. And then he said, okay, when he fought David, that's when he said, okay, I don't even know if he took drug testing then or not, but he's like, oh, okay, I like the way it works. I carried my weight well. It gave me power. That's a that's a one-punch knockout right there. So then when you look at stuff like that behind the scene, like some people don't even know Ray Leonard waited till Hagler got the heck beat out of him by John the Beast McGarvey before he messed with him. People don't even know that, but that's what part of his plan. That's part of the waiting game. You know what I mean? And with all that said, it's like we still ain't taking much from Terence, but we're also saying Errol was not 100%. And you could see it as a boxing fan loud and clear. I mean, he was pawing with his punches, but Errol did have some things wrong in his defense. Like his defense wasn't tight enough. He had what I call lazy defense. Same lazy defense that got Roy Jones knocked out by Tarver. He threw the right punch. His hand was up, but it wasn't stiff enough. Right. And, I mean, Errol did have a few issues, going to the fight, the weight drain. They say he had a rib injury. I don't know all the details about that, but if he did, hey, he did. And Errol's like, he ain't let the Pacquiao fight get away from him, but the Pacquiao fight got away from him. And he's like, hey, man, this is the fight everybody's been waiting for. I've been waiting on this fight. I can't let this go. Too much money involved, too. So
anything else you want to share with the people?
Go ahead.
I'm saying any last thing you want to share with the people?
All I know is the rematch. Can't wait for it because I feel Errol will come back where he's more, where he's better off in his, in his weight, and I feel he'll correct his issues, man. To win the rematch, whether it's 10-round knockout or 4th round decision, man. Can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Well, man, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you, and I can't wait for the rematch either.
All right, man. Keep it up.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was the 919 in the building. Yeah, I did hear that Errol had a rib injury and didn't spar. That's what I was told. Now, I know you guys saw Blue Blood post that 2 weeks after I did. So clearly, that's not something that's just coming out of the thin blue air. It's my lender for life. What's going on with you?
Oh, my goodness. Happy Saturday, my friend. It's Jerry Soriano, your lender for life.
What's going on?
I had to call after that last caller. Do you know why people are saying that there wasn't VADA testing for that fight for Terence Crawford? I
actually.
I mean, is this just part of the spin cycle? Where are they getting that information from?
I have no idea because I'm not sure. I'm fairly sure that there was VADA testing, but I don't know where
Of course there was. Of course there was. So on May 15th, 2023, Victor Conte tweeted out, and he hashtagged Errol Spence and Crawford, and he said, Errol Spence, please check your DM and respond to the VADA 24/7 365 sponsorship offer made of 100% free of the annual fee. Hashtag Terence Crawford has agreed to accept and participate if you are willing as well. Please let me know either way. Much respect to the both of you. So there wasn't any VADA testing. Listen, I know it adds to the narrative. But what I wanted to ask you, Greg, is has in the history of boxing, has anyone ever gotten their ass kicked and said they felt like themselves or looked like themselves?
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
I don't think that's even possible.
No, there's been the people that said that they lost the fight and they just lost. Errol said it.
Well, no. Well, I know Errol hasn't come up with an excuse, but the machine behind Errol has. I just don't ever remember someone saying they felt like, no, I think Errol did say he felt off.
Yeah, he said his timing was off. He said his timing was off, but he didn't make an excuse.
His timing was off. I mean, the same thing that Frank Martin said with the last fight. I felt off. Listen, when you get your ass kicked in combat sports, you're never going to say you were 100%, you felt good in there. You're not, because you've never gotten your butt kicked before, especially someone like Errol, who hardly ever got punched, a chin check by any of his opponents. I mean, people aren't – listen, I watch that fight almost once a day, and I focus on different things. And yesterday I was focused specifically just on Spence. I'm sorry, guys, but if you're like your friend Tunnel Vision, if you want to live in Tunnel Vision, you will only see that Spence was not himself, because he looked like himself at the beginning of the fight. He didn't look like himself once he got chin checked. That's just combat sports. That's just how combat sports are. But anyway, moving on from that, I wanted to chat with you about Boots again.
Yeah, what's up?
Because I don't understand Boots' situation. So the narrative now is for Crawford to fight Boots. I would love to see that fight. I want Showtime Espinosa to put the money up.
If he stays at 47.
My question, what's that?
Only if he stays at 47.
No. I think Crawford would fight at 47. I mean, Spence has 3 more days to activate his rematch clause. It seems to me like he's being talked out of it. I hope that's the case. He should take a money fight with Thurman. Thurman did not fight Ugas, so I think it's going to be Spence and Thurman at 154. We'll see what happens, but I think that's the next fight. But here's why I'm so confused about Boots. Mm-hmm. His dad, Papa, we'll take that fight in a heartbeat, Enzo. I don't understand what happened when BLK Prime reached out to them. They don't have a contract with Showtime.
Facts.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So Crawford's representation reaches out to Boots to make a fight.
No. That's the error. That's the error in it. BLK Prime wasn't his representation. That was the issue.
Okay, but hang on. Who did they call representing?
So here's what they did.
I mean, I can't represent you and go, hey, you want to fight Greg?
No. Here's what they did. Here's what they were trying to do. Here's what they were trying to do. They called Boots because the main objective of that call was to actually sign Jerron Ennis, because they heard that he didn't have an actual contract with Showtime. But they were actually loyal to Showtime. So what they did was he said, call Steven Espinosa if you want to make the fight. So they called Steven Espinosa, and Steven Espinosa realized very quickly they have no contract with Terence Crawford. So if you don't have a contract with Terence Crawford, why do I need you in the mix?
Okay. So here's the. Here, I'm glad you're. Let's talk it through. Let's talk it through. So Boots had no contract. Crawford had no contract. Remember, he just fought Avanesian on BLK Prime, right? He's a free agent. So technically speaking, both guys are free agents. Crawford didn't have a contract with them either. So, but what I'm saying is, because people love these narratives, right? Mm-hmm. The champion has someone reach out to you because they called Crawford first and said, hey, we're going to reach out to Boots to see if we can make that fight. Crawford said, have at it. Am I right or no?
I don't think Crawford gave them the consent to reach out to him at all.
So you think BLK Prime reached out to Boots offering a Crawford fight and Crawford knew nothing about it?
Yeah, I think BLK Prime reached out to Jerron Ennis in the hopes that they can sign him and then get Terence Crawford on board to fight him.
Okay. Did you see Crawford on $1 million worth of game?
I saw what he said.
Okay. So, again, we're going to say Crawford's lying. I mean, we can't – listen, we cannot – we have to make up our minds. Like, you know, if everything Crawford says is a lie, then we're never going to get to the truth.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When all this stuff was hitting the fan and you saw Bozy Ennis talking and all these guys talking about this, why you didn't hear anything from Terence Crawford? Why do you think?
What do you mean? Crawford, listen, Crawford gets involved when people piss him off. But normally the guy's just not a big trash talker, and this is all small talk. When they called up Jerron Ennis and they put Crawford on the phone, he asked them straight up, number one, why did you remove yourself from the WBO rankings? Everybody talks about they want to fight Crawford, right?
This is the same argument.
Are you saying something?
Yeah. This is the same arguments, man. But about the WBO route and this and that and this and the third and that and that.
But Greg, it's legit. Greg, it's
I don't think it's legit.
Greg, I can't say I want to fight you, but then do every move to not fight me. So you rather go the IBF, WBC, WBA route and not get ranked by WBO when you were second and you would have been next up line because Virgil Ortiz ran to the.
Let's pause because that's a fake narrative.
Because Virgil Ortiz ran. That's because Virgil Ortiz ran off to the IBF, right?
Hold on.
And
that's a fake narrative. That's a fake narrative, though. Let me tell you why. The WBO rankings hadn't moved. Hold up. The WBO rankings hadn't moved since early 2020. Their rankings weren't moving. That's the part that you guys keep leaving out. You talking about Boots going the WBO route, but the WBO wasn't ordering any mandatory fights between those guys to eliminate him so he could get an opportunity to face Terence Crawford. So he took the IBF route. Like, you can't. You got to tell the whole story.
No. Did Virgil Ortiz turn down the Crawford fight? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Twice.
Yes, I'm aware of that. And why didn't they?
Okay.
Why didn't they?
So,
hold on. Boost was number two. Why didn't they order the mandatory? Why didn't they order the mandatory?
The WBO
Boost was number two.
Hang on one second. Because the time hasn't elapsed, right? What is it? 18 months?
You can still order a mandatory, and it's not 18 months at all.
So hang on.
That's nowhere in there. It's not 18 months. It's 9 months.
Okay. But Greg, you're fighting against facts. So you want Crawford to climb mountains to fight Ennis when Ennis is the opponent and should be climbing over whatever it takes to make that fight. So that's what I don't get. It's just like the Spence and Crawford fight.
Hold on. Let me ask you
Crawford was ducking. Crawford was ducking, but yet he was in negotiations for almost a year. What kind of duck is that?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you one question?
Absolutely.
Is Jerron Ennis his mandatory now?
He's not ranked there because he's an interim champ. Interim champs don't get ranked.
No. Crawford is the IBF champion, and as such, Jerron Ennis is now his mandatory. So regardless of what route he took, he's his mandatory today. So why are we still talking about
sure.
it? So he's his mandatory today.
We can shortcut the facts and then we'll just loop back around where I told you from the very beginning, Showtime needs to put the money up. They put the money up, Crawford would take the fight. But y'all want Crawford to chase Ennis?
No.
He had an opportunity to face him as the number one when he was WBO. He had an opportunity in January when BLK Prime tried to put the fight together. And you want now him to face him when you know he wants to move up to 154 or make money. Showtime should say, you know what, we believe in our young guy. We're going to put the money up. I think that fight will make money. I think that fight will make money.
I think the fight makes money.
You cannot have Crawford bending over backwards to fight one guy.
One guy that just that.
Well, but the narrative is that he's scared to fight Boots.
Who's created that narrative? I haven't heard anybody saying he's scared to fight Boots.
Well, okay. All right. Hey, it's just like, for instance, when Marty, the manager, called in yesterday and made accusations that I was talking about him, and I wasn't. He said 35-65 split was a generous offer. Didn't he say that?
I don't recall if he said that or not. I'm sorry.
Okay, he said that was a generous offer because of pay-per-view buys, because Spence was a much bigger pay-per-view star, right?
I think he did say that. Yep, I think he said that.
So he said no. PBC, Al Haymon definitely wanted that fight. How is it that they can pay Ugas a 45% split with a guarantee? They can pay Porter 45% with a guarantee. They can pay Danny Garcia 45 split with a guarantee. None of those guys are pay-per-view stars, but yet they're offering Crawford 35-65 with zero guarantee. How is that someone putting their best foot forward to make the fight? How? But yet when they go into negotiations and someone comes in and puts a bid on it, Al Haymon says, why are you cutting yourself short? So it's either the fight makes money or it doesn't make money. Which one is it, Al Haymon?
The fight makes money.
You can have it both ways.
A certain split. So no. So, and Jerry, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, man, to get your thoughts off, because I want to move on to the next. But
no worries, my friend. No worries. I know it gets hot. It gets hot in the kitchen. Well, listen. I'm serious. I get it. But I mean, if you're gonna, you've had some callers spewing out some pure nonsense. I want anyone else to challenge me. Anyone else that's listening right now, challenge what I am saying. How is it that PBC really wanted this fight? In 2018, on that YouTube video, Spence told you, who did Al Haymon have you fighting? He said Porter. He said Danny Garcia. He said Mikey Garcia. He said everybody except the other WBO champion. Really? Spence himself said his team wasn't trying to make the fight. The only reason this fight was made because Spence was made aware of what the hell was going on behind the doors. He wasn't aware of it.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off and listen. But the reason why this pisses me off is because I don't understand the orchestrated downfall of a boxer who commits himself to the sport, lives his life right, eats, drinks, shits this sport, and people still want to get on him and try to dismantle every accomplishment he just had. Your buddy Tunnel Vision just said, it's the biggest fight of his resume. His resume is still trash. Anyway, keep up the good work, my friends. Enjoy your Saturday.
I appreciate you, Jerry. Talk to you soon. All right, I'm gonna cut the line off real quick because I want to address some of what Jerry said, and I want to address people in the comment section because some of you clearly don't understand. Actually, Jerry always calls in, and I let him get his stuff off, and then I address because sometimes Jerry can't hear me, and I don't want to interrupt him. Number one, this whole WBO versus IBF route is complete horseshit. It's nonsense, and here's why. The WBO, I went and did my research. See, this is what a lot of people don't do. They don't do their research. I went and do my research. The WBO, their mandatories and their number 1 and number 2 slot had not moved in over, like 11 months. So what are you going to do? Let me ask you a question. You're on your job right now and you want to get to that promotion, right? But if you stay in your existing company, you're not going to be able to get there because there are not people moving there. But there's a company across the street that got the same role and the opportunity for you to get there. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay at this company, or are you going to move to that company so you can get to the opportunity that you want to get the opportunity of, which is becoming a champion? You're going to move. The WBO rankings, go do your research. If you go and look at the WBO rankings from late night 2019 all the way to the end of 2020, they did not move. They did not move. Or I would say they barely moved. So ENNIS took the opportunity where it was moving, the IBF, and he became the IBF mandatory. This whole notion that Terence Crawford, yes, I'm not going to say Terence Crawford is quote unquote lying. Here's what I will say. Terence Crawford is an opportunist. Meaning he hears these different narratives. He's talking about the WBO and the IBF route. All that is nonsense. There is no such thing as a WBO and the IBF route. You get ranked in each one of these sanctioning bodies. In one sanctioning body, they say, okay, here's the opportunity for you to fight in an eliminator to become the mandatory for this particular title. There is no route. That's a stupid comment. That's just like if the WBO had said, okay, we're going to order an eliminator between you and Virgil Ortiz. You two are going to fight for the opportunity to become mandatory. Then he would have been in the quote unquote WBO route. None of what you say makes any sense when you say that. That doesn't make sense. And then finally, this whole the contracts and why didn't he fight Terence Crawford when BLK Prime? Why would you even take BLK Prime seriously if they don't have a contract with Terence Crawford? Why? Bozy Ennis had already said that this was really a ploy for them to actually try to sign Jerron. They had no fight agreement with Terence Crawford. They did not. And when Steven Espinosa got on the phone with them, he realized that they didn't bring anything to the table. They could not deliver Terence Crawford. That's the reason why he stopped talking to him. They were supposed to call him back with some more particulars, and they never did. But you guys leave that part of the story out. Yeah. Next topic. And for the record, I just addressed everything. Can't nobody cook me, man. Stop it. Anyway, I'm about to open the lines back up. And Jerry, don't call back in because I don't want to hear your argument against it right now. We're going to give other people the opportunity. All right, man. What else we got going on, man? Let me see what's going on in the comment section. The bottom line is this. Jerron Ennis is his mandatory today. Regardless of, he took the WBO route. Do you know how? That doesn't even sound right. Sanctioning bodies order eliminator fights. And you could be ranked in multiple sanctioning bodies. And if one sanctioning body says, hey, I'm going to put you in an eliminator so you can become the mandatory for a title, and your whole objective is to become a champion, then that's what you're going to do. If the WBO had done that, then he would have been fighting for the WBO. Come on, man. Anyways. All right. 864, you in the building. What's going on with you?
Man, what's up, Greg? I just want to talk about the Boots. In this situation, it doesn't make sense financially for Bud or Boots to fight each other. Simple. I mean, you can fight Canelo for $20 million. You can fight Charlo for $20 million. You can fight Boots for $3-5 million. Doesn't make sense. Too hard of a task.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that take. No, I'm not mad at that take. Especially if he's moving up to fight those guys. I'm
listening.
No. I'm just saying I agree with you, especially if he's moving up to fight those guys. I don't disagree.
Honestly, it doesn't make sense for Boots or Bud. For Bud, okay, I'm gonna fight Boots. Hard task, waste of time. For Boots, what if you go in there with Bud and get stopped? Then everybody feel like, he a hype job and this and that. It's just too much to lose on both sides for both of the fighters. Now, if he wants to fight him, I say Boots needs to go fight Tim Tszyu, or Boots needs to go fight, what's the guy in UK? Conor Ben. He just needs to stay busy at this point and just keep getting better. But they slow rolling him. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Hold up real quick. Athletic Mind in the video. I made that video. If you want to debate, let me know respectfully. Athletic Minds. Hey, I'll have you on. I will definitely do a alive where me and you can have a conversation or debate, however you want to put it. But I appreciate you for dropping by. Yeah, I didn't know you were the one that made the video. I thought it was According to Boxing that made the video. But good stuff. I enjoyed it. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and about the BLK Prime, that was just a ploy to sign Boots. Who was fighting on BLK Prime? Name a fight. Name an event. Event.
I'm sorry. Ask me that question.
Nobody wants to fight on BLK Prime. They just tried to sign Jermell Ennis because they figured out he wasn't signed. But why would he sign to fight on BLK Prime if Terence Crawford is not on BLK Prime himself? He's signing up to he's basically signed up to Golden Boy to fight Terence Crawford if that's the case. He can just sign up for anybody. Mm-hmm. But why not stay on Showtime? Stay with Al Haymon. Stay on their track. They had the biggest platform other than ESPN, which they don't pay anybody. So, I mean, he's making the right decisions. I would like him to stay busier though, but I mean, he wants to be a pay-per-view star. So, you're gonna be a pay-per-view star. You're not gonna fight but once or twice a year because you got to condition your customers to keep buying your pay-per-views. That's why Tank fought 3 times, but 2 were really tune-ups, and 1 was the big show with Ryan Garcia. So Tank probably gonna get 1 more tune-up this year, and then he go fight Shakur in 2024. People don't understand business, and that's why people talk stupid. Like your friend who just got off, he doesn't understand the business aspect of boxing. They just know boxing. Terence Crawford said himself last week, it's a lose-lose situation with the fight. So that gives you your answer right there. It doesn't make any damn sense for him to fight. And I want to see the fight. But if I was the manager for either side, I would tell them not to take the fight. But I'm done, man. Thank you for answering my call. I've been listening for about 6 months.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. Much love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Later. Hey, Joan, the reason why I'm not going to debate Athletic Minds today is because I really only meant to come on here and be on here for an hour, and I'm already at 1 hour and 17. But certainly, hey, Athletic Minds, is this your YouTube channel? I'm assuming this is your YouTube channel. Hey, yo, Athletic Mind, go follow me on Twitter, man, and send me a message, bruh, and I'll hit you back. But anyway, yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know, it's all love as far as I'm concerned, man. Like I was saying earlier, Athletic Minds, the people that try to run you off, those ain't Terence Crawford fans. The people that are in the comment section calling out names, going extremely, extremely hard about Terence Crawford and all that other stuff. It's like, bruh, come in, have a conversation. Your guy won, and brag about your guy winning. But all that other stuff, homophobic slurs, calling men B words and all that other stuff, like, bruh, all that ain't necessary. It's about coming together and having a conversation. And again, I'm gonna tell you, Athletic Minds, maybe you missed this, but I'm uncookable. I can't be cooked because I don't care what people say. My opinion is very strong, and it's gonna always be very strong. And like I said before, with my opinion being so strong, it opens me up for people to take shots at me, and I don't have a problem with that at all. Specifically when they're done in that manner, because I woke up to that video yesterday morning and I watched that 4 times and laughed every time I watched it. So the blooper reel, I loved it. So those types of things, man, when you're just doing it to it's fun and it's fun nature, I don't have a problem with that. By all means, do it. You can take more of our clips and say this, that, and the third. And oh, by the way, Athletic Minds, I did show a clip of me actually responding, but I don't think that was the argument that you were making in your video, because someone was using your video to make an argument against me that didn't make any sense based off of what was in the video. So I don't think that's what you were doing. I just think that you were just being funny. But unless, are you? Yeah, I do have IG. It's AM Sports Media as well on IG. Are you're not the same person as According to Boxing, right? Y'all are not the one and the same, right? Let me know. Greg will be on the next video once Boost loses to Bud. Yeah, Greg, athletic mind is on another level. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I don't, what do you want me to say to that? You want me to be upset about that because you feel that way? Okay. The Keg, Fan International Boxing Channel. Now you block people who have a. Yeah. Appreciate you, Fanon. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, I see some of the comments in the comment section about Fanon. Let me tell you something. Fanon has been very helpful outside of YouTube for us. So, you know, Fanon is a phenomenal person, guys. Whether you agree with his opinion or not, he's a phenomenal person. So, if I were you, I would support his channel because we do. What else we got? Of course, Fanon agrees with Greg. Hey, it is what it is. Athletic mind. I'm gonna follow you back too, bruh. What else we got here? Yeah, Fanon, you probably experiencing the same thing, man. A lot of people in your comment section, people that you had never seen before or never heard of before, coming into the comment section telling you that, you know, they told you so and all this other stuff. I put something on Twitter and I responded to Terence Crawford basically saying that people doubted him. I'm like, dude, you were the favorite in Vegas. And I got a swarm of people responding to me saying that we didn't give Terence Crawford a chance to win. We counted him out. And and it's funny, everybody responded to Athletic Minds video, you know, basically saying that I counted Terence Crawford out. But then when I put my own video clips up there of me saying, and Jason and I basically giving Terence Crawford a load of credit and basically saying that he's a beast and he got skills and all the things that you guys saw at the beginning of the video, I got no response on Twitter at all because people don't care about the truth. What people care about is the funny. And that's all good. You know, I don't think Athletic Minds made that out of spite. I think he made it to be funny. But according to boxing, I think he was just trying to use it to create a narrative that really didn't exist. No wonder he didn't answer my IM to him, my direct message to him when I say, hey, can you send me the video? Because I want to share it with the people on my channel. He didn't respond to me. So that's why. But, you know, Terence Crawford, we've given Terence Crawford his proper due. We've been giving Terence Crawford his proper due since this channel has been up. We've only been up for 18 months now, guys. That's it. We've only existed for 18 months. That's all we've existed for. Stacy, showing love to the channel. Appreciate you, Stacy, man. Thank you. Greg, I care about the truth. I appreciate you for caring about the truth, Joan. So if you care about the truth, then go look at my Twitter and you can see the videos that we posted up there talking about Terence Crawford and giving Terence Crawford a very realistic chance to win, you know, but people want to paint a specific narrative about what people are saying and doing because they kind of want to take it and pin it to people and create this narrative because they have an argument. They have a narrative to argue against. And I don't mind having the argument, right? We can argue all day, but argue against something I actually said. Don't create a narrative. Hey, Greg, I said the sky was blue. You're going to come to me and say, Greg, you said the sky was purple, and here's why the sky is not purple. I can't deal with that, man. It's like dealing with someone like you in a relationship with, man. I can't do that. Sorry. I can deal with that when you're in a relationship with somebody. I'm not going to deal with that with people that are on YouTube. I can't do it. What else we got going on, man? Rafa Casanova. People only see what they want. Exactly. People are only going to understand you if they want to understand you. I mentioned that earlier. If they don't want to understand you, they won't understand you. They have no desire to understand you. So if you are a Terence Crawford fan, by all means, be in the comment section, get your chest all poked out, man, and talk your trash, and let's have a good time talking about it. If you're an Errol Spence fan, don't let these trolls run you off. Stop letting trolls run you off. Trolls should not be running you off. So again, I got my Twitter link up there at the top. Make sure that you click on that, man. Come follow me. Come follow me, because I'm fighting the good fight on Twitter for y'all. Fighting the good fight. Let me see what's going on here. Gina, what's going on? Gina, salute. They need to teach rules of rhetoric here in the U.S. like they do in Europe. It would expose the tricks. I got you. I like that, Greg. They was telling me you was a Bud hater, so I just went and put you on the video. Hey, man, I ain't mad at that. Who told you I was a Bud hater, though? Who told you that? No, Greg, you never gave Bud credit. Charles Thomas. Can somebody school Charles Thomas in the comment section? I literally just put a video up proving that we've given Terence Crawford credit the entire time. Proving this. I know a lot of people don't really. Athletic Mind. I'm not knocking what you did. Again, I thought it was incredible. I love it. I still love it. But without the entire context of what we've been doing and what we've been saying, then you can't. People say I'm a Bud hater because we make arguments against Bud, because people are making such strong arguments for Bud based off of his resume, and I'm like, his resume isn't that good, and here's why. Hey, Athletic Mind, when you get the opportunity, go look at the truth behind Errol Spence and Terence Crawford resume. Everything that I use in there is basically facts. There's some opinions in there, but it's basically facts. 80-90% facts, because I'm using statistics in order to make my point. That got people that ruffle some feathers, and I understand that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to ruffle feathers, and I'm also here to spark debate, spark conversations. And some people are going to take it the right way, and some people are not. That's just what it is. They're going to take it right. They're going to take it wrong. Manolo said, Greg, you funny, dog. You claim to give Crawford. It's how you do it, though. You give him credit, then you take digs at his opponents, which minimizes his wins. But, dog, I feel the same. Dog, his resume, I see it like this, Manolo, because it's a nuanced argument. His resume is his resume, and I'm identifying that and making a stance against people that are trying to say that his resume is outstanding. But two things can be true. His resume cannot be up to par like that, like the way people are trying to describe it. But he can also be a great fighter. Two things can be true. Nuanced arguments, guys, like it's not black or white, and you're trying to make it black or white. Black or white doesn't exist. It's areas of gray. Dunny, now, Greg, you've been giving Bud the business 97% of the time. I've been giving him the business some of the time. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Let's see. Nicole, think Errol resume is better than Bud, and the only reason we talking about Bud is because he beat Errol. You have the most critical chat. Yeah, I mean I do. They do. We have people in here that like Terence Crawford. We have people in here that like Errol Spence. But the thing about it is everybody gets the opportunity to be heard. Period. Greg biased. This is 100% true. No, that's not true. Your chat is like, they hate you, Greg. No, man, they actually love me. That's why they keep coming back. Athletic Mind, I have my opinions are very strong there. And if you in the comment section, hit the like button. We got 120 people in the building, 73 likes, man. Smash the like button to go follow me on YouTube. Smash that like button. But no, we got a bunch of different people. My opinions are incredibly strong. I always expect people to attack my opinions. If you notice, people don't really attack Jason like that because Jason is more reserved. Jason is a reserved guy. Jason gives his opinions and he kind of goes, I'm more passionate, I'm more animated, and I use, and a part of it too is I use a lot of facts, and people hate that as well. So that's part of the issue. And then for now, appreciate you, man, for the $5. Most of these dudes are just arguing to hear themselves talk. All fun at the end of the day. Big facts, big facts. Jerry, come on, man. No more talking, Jerry. No. Jerry, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, man. That's it. You only get 2 minutes.
I don't even need 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I want you to, because Greg, I got a ton of respect for you. You earned my respect for you, and we don't have to tell the whole story, but
yeah.
And you're very passionate about what you're saying, and I believe you believe it. But just talking about this Boots, why he went IBF, WBA, WBC route, and he because the WBO wasn't going anywhere. We did agree that they offered Virgil Ortiz a fight twice, right? And he turned it down. So my question is this: you are aware that ENNIS petitioned the IBF for the fight, right?
Yeah, he had already been. He was already in eliminator fights prior to that.
He was already what?
He was already in an eliminator fight prior to that.
But you are aware that when you're ranked number one, you can petition a fight, right?
He wasn't ranked number 1 by the WBO at any point.
He was moving in because Virgil Ortiz had already bailed out. He was next up.
Yeah, but Virgil
So
Ortiz
my question is,
Virgil Ortiz was still
right,
ranked number 1 though.
Okay, so here's what I want you to explain, if you can. Has Crawford ever received a petition? And how many petitions did Spence receive as WBA, WBC, and IBF champion? That in itself gives you the answer. Who really wants the fight? I'll hang up and listen.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. All right. That was Jerry calling back in. I don't know that answer, but certainly I'll look it up. Gene to Tech, Jason and Greg got cooked. If you say so. If you say we got cooked, Charles Thomas, Greg, you always loud and wrong. If you say so. Man, y'all really wish I was done, but I'm never done. It's not going to happen. I told you I'm uncookable. I know you want that to be true, but it's just not. It's not going to happen, guys. I cannot be cooked. Because in order to be cooked, you gotta, not that I don't respect anybody else's opinion, because I do. That's the whole point of this platform. I respect your opinion. The point of the matter is you have your opinion, I have mine. And sometimes you're going to be right. Sometimes I'm going to be right. And right now, the people that pick Terence Crawford are right, and they're feeling themselves. They're feeling their oats. And now they feel like they're in a position where they can talk as though they're experts. But there's going to be a situation where you're going to be wrong, but then you have the opportunity to go run and hide. I don't, because I have a channel. But I'm not the type to go run and hide anyway. I'm always going to show up, man, and take it. My lumps. That's just what it is. Now, Jason, on the other hand, he'll run. I tried to get him on this live stream today. He said, I don't want no parts of those guys, man. They're going to try to crush me. But I'm here for you guys always, all the time. And forgive me if I'm loud. I apologize for that. But I do enjoy the banter, the back and forth. It animates me. It gets me excited. I'm trying to bring myself down now so I can talk to y'all. But so don't take offense to it if I get loud or anything like that. It's just a passion in me, and I enjoy talking about it. John Greg, the same way you are uncookable, Bud is undefeatable. I feel that. Greg always gave Bud his props. This is a dumb conversation. All of the Sutton, Nunn, Dungo, Avanesian, Benavidez, and Burns of the world beaters. Yeah, okay. Facts. I've always given Terence Crawford his props. But people focus on when I say something that is not positive, if you will, for Terence Crawford. People just want you to say nothing but superlatives about Terence Crawford, and that doesn't exist. Greg, I bet $15,000 on Bud as the sports consultant handicapper in real life. Greg, I bet $15,000 on Bud as a sports consultant / handicapper in real life. I don't really know what a sport. So I don't bet, Joan Turner. So maybe you can inform me of what that is. Send me an email if you can. I would love to know what that is. What else we got in the comments section? Cook them, Greg. Hey man, there was a lot of people on Twitter that was trying to cook me yesterday. I literally stood in the pocket like Floyd Mayweather and pushed them all back. All of them back. Because I can't debate you on Terence Crawford because he lost. So even if Errol Spence lost. So even if Athletic Minds comes on and he and I debate, if Athletic Minds is going to try to debate me about Terence Crawford's and his ability and you know what we predicted and why, I can't win that argument. That's not the argument that I'll ever make because I can't win it. And I only take on arguments I can win. Just a note for you, Athletic Minds. That's the only way I take on an argument is if I can win it. So I won't go down that path. I'll figure out another way to argue. NH2, Boots was number 2 in the WBO rank behind Virgil Ortiz, who turned down the fight. 2-time Boots had the opportunity to petition. No, you have to be number 1 to actually petition for the man. Actually, you probably don't. But he did not petition because he was already he was basically already on the path to becoming the IBF mandatory at that point. So it really didn't matter. So it is what it is. And let me ask you this: why does Boots have to petition the WBO? Why can't the WBO just install him as the number one or the mandatory if he's number two and this dude has already said he doesn't want to fight? Because I'm gonna tell you why. I think the WBO is in bed with Top Rank, or were in bed with Top Rank, and they weren't going to make that fight. They were not going to make Jerron Ennis the mandatory. It is what it is. Greg got cooked. Yeah, you wish. Joan Turner, Greg, a sports consultant handicapper, advises clients on the outcome of sporting events for a fee. Gotcha. I wish I could have made $15,000 on the fight, but I really don't bet on people unless I'm betting on myself. Name one good fighter Boots beat. I'll give you 10 years. Oh, I don't need that. He's his mandatory. I don't give a damn who he's beat. Who is David Avanesian beat? He got an opportunity. So give Boots his. I don't care about who he's beat. I don't care about how Floyd said it. I don't care who you beat, who you lost to. Who you beat, who you lost to. None of that matters. He's his mandatory today. Fight him. Period. If you stay at 147. If you don't stay at 147, then move. And I don't blame him if he doesn't fight him if he's moving up to 147. But you can't make the comment that I'm not going to fight Boots. And then your fans are talking about Terence Crawford struggles to make 147, but then also say that you're okay with him fighting Tank and Tank moving up. But hold up, didn't you just say he can't make 54 anymore? You said Jerron Ennis hasn't done anything to fight Terence Crawford. So why should he get the fight? But then in the same breath, you'll say that Tank hasn't done anything, but you're okay with that fight being made. Those are the illogical things that people say that I struggle with. And I'm always going to struggle with that, and I'm always going to call it out. It is what it is. Eric Holloway, Boots is Bud's IBF Mando. He told Bud, let's get active. There you go. He asking for the fight right now. Here, let me ask you this, and I'm going to put this out there to Jerry as well. If there, and everybody that made this comment, because I can't remember if Jerry specifically made this comment, but I will say this. Okay. So if Terence Crawford was interested in fighting Jerron Ennis back in January of 2023, and he did, and that's supposedly that's what he wanted to do, then why wouldn't he fight him today? Nothing has changed. Terence Crawford is still Terence Crawford. If he doesn't want to fight Jerron today because Jerron Ennis isn't worth it, then Jerron Ennis wasn't worth it back in January either. Jerron Ennis' profile has increased since January with his win over I'm losing his name right now. I lost his name, but with his last win, his status is going up. So if Terence Crawford was going to fight him back in January, why wouldn't he be willing to fight him today? The reason why is because he was never going to fight him in January either. Because he wasn't worth it in January, and he's not worth it today either in Terence Crawford's eyes. He was never going to fight him in January. Or supposedly when BLK Prime was making the fight or making the offer. He wasn't going to fight him. He was never going to fight him. But here's one thing that I do love about Bud, and some of you guys are going to say that this is a backhanded compliment, but it is what it is. Terence Crawford, here's what he is absolutely a master of. He is a master of creating narratives. He is really good at that. And he listens to his fans and he piggybacks off those narratives. All the IBF and WBO route, that's stuff that he got from the fans. Terence Crawford knows there's no such thing as an IBF and a WBO route. He knows that. He knows that the sanctioning bodies, they order eliminator fights and things of that nature. And of course, if you're trying to get to a title, you're going to do that. He understands that. But he uses the narrative that his fans have put out there, and he's brilliant at that, and I give him credit for that. A lot of credit. NHA2 yesterday, price is not today's price. Okay. What's your point? Terence Crawford is talking about he's not worth it because he's looking for a bigger payday against those guys. But without those guys, Terence Crawford is not going to get that. Terence Crawford in and of himself does not get paid like that. He does not get paid like that. So I don't know what the point is of that. Did Spence run with some narratives? Probably a few. That's fair. Greg, when are you and Fanon going to get a fight prediction right? Hopefully one of these days. Anyway, man, So I've already been on here, man. Damn, how long I've been on here? Hour and 40 minutes. Greg, life in music. Greg, Bud knows it's a much greater risk than reward fighting boots. Jerron Ennis is the boogeyman at 147 and will be a supersized fighter soon. Oh yeah, he knows that. That's the real reason why all these managers don't really want Jerron Ennis in the ring with him. It's become, what has he done? He ain't done nothing. He don't deserve this. He doesn't deserve that. In reality, the reason is they know that kid's a threat and they don't want to see Crawford in the ring with him. Jerry Sariondo, yo, lender for life. I make everybody look like a nobody. Crawford's profile has exploded. We'll see how much his profile has exploded once he has to get into the ring with somebody that doesn't have a high profile name either. Because that's when you can see if he really can carry a pay-per-view by himself. But I think his profile has grown for sure. I think exploded is a strong word. What else we got? Greg, will you and Jason be on tomorrow? Absolutely. So tomorrow we're going live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have Jake Donovan of the boxingscene.com on the channel for the first 30 minutes so that he can answer your questions. We're going to talk about what he's hearing about Errol Spence and the rematch clause. We're going to talk about Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin, what's going on with Boo Boo Andre and Benavidez. So all those things are going to be topics that we're going to talk about tomorrow. So make sure when you get in the comment section, have your questions ready for Jake, because Jake sometimes has some inside information just because of the nature of his work. He'll get some information. Hey, Joan Turner, I'm about to put it in there now. Gregory.white at amsports.media. Hey man, any of y'all that want to reach out to us, you could, or me personally, you can always reach out. And Jason's is jason.ham@amsports.media. So anytime y'all want to send us an email, man, feel free to do so. Whether you just want to, talk about boxing or there's something else you want to talk to us about, man, let us know. And I always answer my emails. No, Spence shouldn't fight Ennis before anything. But anyway, guys, make sure you smash that like button on the way out. Also, if you can, please, if you got a Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. And I appreciate you guys for joining me. Like I said, I was going to come back and do another live stream with y'all because I wanted to have the opportunity to make sure that we're giving you guys a little bit more content. So absolutely, it was a pleasure to have an opportunity to talk to you guys again, whether you are an Errol Spence fan or a Terence Crawford fan. I enjoyed everything that you guys had to say and everything you brought to the table today. So appreciate it. For everybody that gave us, a super chat today, appreciate you guys. Much love. Appreciate you guys just continuing to support the channel. And until next time, man, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, Sunday, you got to be with us, man. We're going to do this. We're going to kick this thing up. We're going to go for 2 hours, and it's going to be enjoyable. So until next time, peace.